And there I was the girl from Suits.
This one's wife. Influential woman? No, she's a grifter. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Kirsten Fleming has written in the New York Post, uncovering once again the view of what this one's wife actually is. Another voice to the many that contributes challenge fuel. Of course, this one's wife continues to be mentioned, and that's all good fuel, but repeatedly, it's criticism. Kirsten Fleming writes, Archwell, the philanthropic foundation of Prince Harry and this one's wife, has a simple mission. Show up. Do good. The jury is still out about the second part of that statement. But we now understand just how the environmental crusaders do show up. In private jets paid for by other wealthy, influential people. Hypocrisy, sense of entitlement. And when they arrive, there always seems to be sprawling homes owned by the rich and famous where they can rest their heads. Sense of entitlement allowing others to pay. Their latest free jaunt came last Tuesday on a 10-seat Bombardier Challenger 605 to Vancouver, chartered by a local private aviation company, according to a Page 6 report where multiple sources spoke of the couple's alligator arms. They certainly don't like to spend their own money, one insider said. See parts pass him. Another added, it's always other people's money. Sense of entitlement. Theirs is a solid strategy for amassing personal wealth and ensuring they always have a ride to the next glitzy concert, movie premiere or charity dinner to pick up yet another empty award. Life is, indeed, a gift. No longer working royals, Harry and this one's wife are now simply full-fledged celebrities, who, in the immortal and infrequently uttered words of Kamala Harris, are unburdened by what has been. The couple is no longer bound by the House of Windsor's stringent rules around freebies and presents. Last updated in 2002, those guidelines state that no gifts, including hospitality or services, should be accepted which would or might appear to place a member of the royal family under any obligation to the donor. The Sussexes now are free to take whatever adheres to their sticky white gloves. Gratis stays in luxury homes, free private flights, beautiful jewels. The world is their oyster, but that oyster is riddled by hypocrisy. We have just had the unveiling of their regal rebrand on the new Sussex.com. The office of Prince Harry and this one's wife, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, it reads, beneath the coat of arms. That's a shameless move, considering the duo ditched the monarchy in 2020 and agreed to not use their titles online to tout any new endeavours. But hey, the Queen is gone and King Charles sadly has more pressing matters like his health. Harry and this one's wife want to live high on the hog, off the fumes of their royal titles and be the toast of Tinseltown, but they want none of the duty and service to the crown. Their website is an exhausting obstacle course of fluffy, meaningless New Age jargon and unbridled self-praise. For instance, Prince Harry's page notes his memoir, Spare, is told with compassion, vulnerability and unflinching honesty, if he does say so himself. This one's wife's bio is an incredible feat. The online equivalent of erecting a towering bronze statue in Monty Shitshow, so packed with personal humanitarian accomplishments, it would make Mother Teresa blush. She has been named one of the most influential women in the world, crows the 11-paragraph novella. It then leaves no passport stamp, accolade or resume bullet point unmentioned, from this one's wife's college semester abroad in Madrid to her inane lifestyle blog, The Tig. We now know she didn't win her 6th grade spelling bee, otherwise it would have been listed. The few omissions, self-awareness, humility, and a sense of humour. Among the more bizarre lines is one calling her a major advocate for family care, a phrase that effectively means nothing, but is eyebrow-raising considering her own careless disregard for family. Remember, she managed to invite George Clooney and Oprah to her wedding, yet, in terms of relatives, only her mother made the list. Nary a cousin, aunt, uncle, let alone her estranged father. Not to mention Harry's shattered relationship with his father and brother. All that money the Sussexes don't want to spend, they earned by publicly trashing his family. It's strange that this one's wife and Harry want to cling to kin they've only shown contempt. Folks they've painted as uncaring racists who rejected her desperate pleas for help and sent her running from the United Kingdom. Cruel, terrible humans so irredeemable, they needed to be exposed on a special with Oprah. And yet, association with the royal provides the ultimate cachet. Harry and this one's wife want it both ways. Here's a more fitting motto for their new site. All grift, no duty. Kirsten Fleming cutting through the crap and saying it how it is with regard to the new website and overall the behaviours of the Sussexes. Below the line, Matt B adds, unburdened by what has been, as in unburdened by integrity, character, noblesse oblige, class, discipline, self-awareness. I agree the Markles unburdened themselves of these qualities a long time ago and replaced them with an urgent need to remain relevant. They are also running out of money, which explains their need for a new project. MGM 14. What I've been waiting for some time now is for anyone from the California DMV to accidentally release a copy of her driving license where she identifies as white, and that would be the end of this charade and fiasco. Still, the thick prince is so whipped that to him it wouldn't matter. Night's music makes you wonder, though, what they're promising to the people donating planes, trains and hotel rooms and homes to them because they're hurting for cash. He didn't charter a private plane to see Charles. She finally was seen wearing her engagement ring. The second one she insisted Harry design with a huge blood diamond in the centre last week, which begs the question, did she sell the original and this one is paste, and is that why she never wears it now? She's afraid she'll run into a jeweller who will be able to tell. No flashy, outrageously expensive necklaces, or the royal family jewellery is either under constant lock and key, or that's been sold off. They beg and borrow for rides and places to stay and steal from the charities. She calls around or has an assistant do that to see if any designers want to give her pieces to wear. They're hurting big time. They want back in the royal family for the money, and yet they're biting the hand they want to feed them. Indeed, Strange Apocalypse replies, there's something about the image of this one's wife pawning its ring and deciding which Bentleys can go that I find deeply satisfying. My pronouns are Chardon and Freuder. Satiric Dancer, they probably both think that the pleasure of their company should be more than enough payback, which is exactly right. As I've explained before, this one's wife truly believes that her simple presence merits payment, that you should do favours for her because it's her, that you should grant her these things gratis because she has graced you with her presence. Scone, this article sums them up neatly. The Harkles will probably drift around for the rest of their lives, popping up uninvited to Z-list events, linking up with unknown companies and pap walking in parking lots. Money will prove a big problem as it did for the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. They may keep their titles and Sussex website for now, but when William is king, it'll be game over. Suffice to say, the Harkles may act like they're living the dream, but the fact that William attends an A-list event with Tom Cruise while they sit on popcorn-covered seats in the back of a tiny community theatre says otherwise. Read my mind. In 10 years' time, Prince William's children will be positioned more prominently in the news, social media because of their age and choice of schools, careers. This will lower the Sussexes' positions as well. Who will handle it better? Who will be respectful and responsible with their positions also? DD. The people who live in Sussex, England, must be gritting their teeth. I doubt this one's wife could find Sussex on a map. They want the titles to use the titles to enrich themselves without any responsibilities or having to perform any of the duties. It very much appears to be the case that so many people realise that it's all about the upside with none of the effort that's put in. The typical behaviour of a mid-range narcissist. The expectancy of things being provided without actually having to do anything. And, as Kirsten Fleming wrote, all grift and no duty seems entirely apt for them. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.